Hey, what's up, productivity junkies? Darren Persinger here. We are 2 months into this year. Can you believe that we're already 2 full months into this year? So I think now is a great time to take a moment, to pause, to reflect, do a reality check, and just examine where we are at in our business. So I have 10 questions for you to ask yourself. Go find the numbers and figure out where you are. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can be busy with, and we can easily be distracted with a bunch of things, especially with some fun social media and technology stuff taking place out there. But these 10 questions will cut through all the noise and get to the things that are most important. So, let's go over this. I'm going to fire away at you 10 questions that you need to ask yourself and answer. Don't forget to answer these questions. Just don't ask them. So, number one, the first question you need to ask yourself, how many leads have you generated since January 1st, since the beginning of the year, okay? Second question you need to ask yourself. Number of listing appointments that you've gone on since the beginning of the year. How many listing appointments have you gone on? Third question, number of listings taken. How many listings have you taken since the beginning of the year? So that leads us into question number 4. How many listings have you sold? How many listings have you sold since the beginning of the year? So the fifth question, kind of going back up, repeat this process. Fifth question, number of buyer appointments you've gone on since the beginning of the year. So sixth question, number of buyer agreements have you signed? I'll pause right there. You know, whatever you call them, buyer agreements or buyer agency contracts, whatever that is. I really think you need to be getting those. Those are your way of kind of knowing how many listings of people you kind of have, right? So depending upon your state, go talk to your broker about that. What type of form do you need to do that? I think you need to be able to give a really good buyer's consultation and get that person to commit to you so that you can bring value to them. You say, this is what I'm going to do for you. Will you commit to work with me so I can help get you the best deal on your new home? So the seventh question you need to ask yourself then is the number of buyer-controlled sides. So the number of buyers that you've had transaction with, okay? Buyer-controlled sides. The eighth thing that I want you to ask yourself is this. Ask yourself this. If the next 2 months look like the last 2 months, what does that mean to my business and my life? If these next 2 months look the exact same as the last 2 months, what does that mean to my business and life? Get real about this. If these numbers are not good, what's going to be different in the next 2 months, you guys? Keep in mind, we're in a lag industry. What we do now really doesn't show up probably for at least 90 to 120 days. So look at what the next 2 months could look like for you. If the next 2 months look like the last 2 months, what does that mean to my business and my life? Number 9, question number 9. What do you need to improve on? What do you need to get better at? What is one area that if you focused on would impact your business greatly? What is one lead generation strategy that if you focused on and improved on, it would greatly help your business? Maybe you're getting a lot of traffic to your website, but you're not converting those traffic into leads and appointments. Maybe you're getting a lot of appointments, but you're not converting those into contracts. Maybe you have a lot of listings, but you're not getting them sold. So maybe you need to work on how to price properties correctly in your CMA and presenting and scripts on handling pricing and conditioning and things like that. So whatever that is, but what do you need to improve on? What's the one thing that if you focus on for the next 2 months that on improving in your business would have a great impact on it? And then number 10, what is the one thing that will get in your way? what not one thing, but what's anything that could get in your way of improving, of having the business that you want? What things could get in your way, and then how will you get around that? So look at what you want to improve over the next 2 months, and then look at what could stop you from what could prevent you from doing that. Maybe it's a skill set. Maybe you don't have the right technology pieces. Maybe you need accountability. Maybe you need a mindset overhaul. Whatever it is. But go through, ask yourself these 10 questions so you can make the next 2 months better in your business. I'm Darren Persinger. Thanks for joining me on ProductivityJunkies.com. If you guys need anything from me, feel free to ask questions and go and check my coaching link down below.